Welcome to 3-Minute Theology with Ken. Here's the deal. There are two different genealogies in Matthew and Luke. Those two genealogies don't match up exactly. What I want to do is give you 3 really good explanations for why there are different genealogies in these different gospels. The first hypothesis is this, that what is actually happening is each gospel is describing a marriage that happened called LEVIRATE marriage. The author and historian, theologian named Eusebius, he lived from 260 AD to 339 AD, so not very long after Jesus. He gave us this idea. And here's what LEVIRATE marriage is. Basically, it's the idea that if a man is married and he dies, then his kinsman must marry the woman that he was married to and have children for him. Those children legally become children of the first husband. They are no longer the birth father's children. They are considered to be children of the very first husband, who is kinsman to the actual man that the woman is married to now. And Eusebius said that what must have happened was that Luke was actually recording the legal father of Joseph, so his mom's first husband, and that Matthew is giving us the order of Joseph's birth father, so the person that she actually married, who was the relative of her first husband. I know it's a little confusing. That's LEVIRATE marriage. It's the hypothesis that Eusebius gave us. The second one is this. There's a missing article in what Luke says. So Luke says this, speaking of Jesus, he says he was the son, so it was thought, of Joseph, the son of HELI, or sometimes it's called Eli. In the Greek, there is actually a missing definite article about Joseph and Jesus, and that Joseph is the father of Jesus, that Jesus is his son. How scholars look at this is they say maybe what is happening is Luke is actually giving us Mary's lineage, and he's associating Jesus with Joseph so that we'll understand that there's kind of a relationship there, but he's not the actual father. So the sentence would read like this. It would say, Jesus, the son of, in parentheses, thought to be of Joseph, of HELI. The idea being that Joseph then becomes a parenthetical piece of Jesus' story, just saying, yeah, everybody thought he was Joseph's son, but he's actually the grandson of HELI. He doesn't mention Mary because typically they wouldn't have included women in the lineage, even though Matthew does that. We'll talk about that later. Luke doesn't do it when he's talking about Jesus here. The third one is the father-in-law postulate. Here's how this looks. We only have recorded in Scripture a sister of Mary. If Mary only had one sister, or for that matter, no brothers, then the lineage of her family would have come down through her instead of through her parents' son, because they don't have a son. It's possible that what Luke is giving is the lineage of Jesus through Joseph, with HELI being his father-in-law. Since Jesus wasn't Joseph's flesh, actually just calling him his father, this could make sense that he actually is taking on the lineage of Mary's family in order to kind of help us understand how Jesus is related to David through Mary's family. Whatever the case is, we know one thing, and that is that there are good ways to explain the differences without them actually being contradictions. We may not ever know the exact reason on this side of history, but we do know that it is worth trusting the Scripture.